Yo, what's up guys, this is Rastream here and I'm back with another video for you guys, and today we're going to be looking forward to the new update that just recently changed every single thing. And the two things I'm going to talk about with you guys is number one, the BR changes, and also the stock grind change as well too. So in this video you will see all that displayed today, and starting off with my stock grind, the last vehicle I have that can carry Fox 3 missiles is the AV8 Harrier plus B, AV8 B plus, or the Harrier. So now this vehicle, it have a different like type of setup to get to the A120. It's very far away. It's in tier 4. Sorry, it's in tier 4, and you got to go through so many missiles, so many bombs, so many everything just to get to the missiles that you're trying to get to defend yourself, protect yourself at these higher BRs. So I'll try my best to rush as fast as possible to this. As you can see, I'm stock. I'll try to rush as fast as possible to the A9M and A128. But since the new update, I waited for the new update to come out and see what'll happen if I left the stock and see what was good. Cause it's a difficult plane to play, very slow, not supersonic, and you only carry AIM-9Ls and just AIM-9Ls until you've been able to unlock the AIM-9Ms right after getting past tier 3. Now, as you can see, I'm stock. I don't have the A120 unlocked, but let's see what we see inside. So inside, as you can see down here, I have one IR missile and one A120. I've been stating this for the longest time for my ever since the update came out. Even before the update came out, I believe that they should always have like a stock radar missile. It don't have to be the best. It could be something useful. AIM-7s at super at top tier at like the Fox 3 missile range, or it could be, as you can see, a 120, just 2 of them. That'd be fine. It's enough to get at least 2 kills or 1 kill, and being able to be effective in the battlefield be helpful to your team. Instead of being low to the deck, always ground striking and stuff like that, and not being useful is very difficult. So as you can see, the stock loadout is right here, and it's on there for multiple vehicles. So I do recommend you to go back to your old previous vehicles to be able to equip like the stock vehicles. Like if you already get it unlocked, it removed the missile for some reason. So just go back and put it back on there. It's really simple to do. So that's the stock missile now. You get 2 of them and 2 AR missiles as well too. And as you can see that, you can see in the other vehicles as well too. Let's see, what is the F-16C I just had? So if you go to the F-16C, it had the same missiles. So instead of having the AIM-9Ls, in my opinion, should be opposite. I believe the AIM-9Ls should have been stock, and R122 of them should be, a stock ground missile. But for some reason they have the A9M, so even more powerful to you, So it's pretty great to see that this is stock like this and make it more valuable, more useful, and stuff like that. I haven't checked any other vehicles that been catching my eye, catching my interest. As you can see, A9M stock with a AIM-120 stock, so that's pretty good. As you enjoying the gameplay of the Harrier in the background, this is really great to see, because this can bring so much people to encourage them to play top tier and to grind it out, to really try to duke it out correctly, be supportive to their teammates and stuff like that to win the battlefield instead of being useless. I understand people do like ground striking, people do like ground, like, attacking by base and stuff like that, using rockets and everything. As you can see in intros, you can see that the Harrier I have half the AIM-9Ls with the Fox 3 missiles, and also attached with Mighty Mouses, so I can take out bases as well too. I want to be a versatile player into the battlefield, and I still want to grind at the same time. But I do want to defend myself if it comes time to need to defend myself. So majority of the times before the whole update, you'll have to like flat evade fights and evade battles and stuff like that, so you can get to your targets, so you can at least get some type of effort of grinding. The A9Ls is very flareable. It's very easy to flare off, and it's hard to really, if you're not playing Sim, it's very hard to get a kill with these missiles. When Sim, you can get a decent amount of kills with it, but in the ARB, it's very difficult with the 360 view. You out the cockpit type of views and stuff like that, and plus you have a missile warning type alert. Like once they fire the missile off, it'll tell you exactly how far the missile coming, and you can just track that missile as it comes towards you. So it's really not nothing you can really do about it, but it's something that need to be changed. That should have been different, played out. So I'm gratefully happy that they did finally gave every single missile, every single vehicle a fighting chance with these radar capabilities. So I haven't checked out the other ones. I don't really have a lot of vehicles around this BR that need to be unlocked. Like if I'm grinding for a certain vehicle, it was bad. Like for example, let's see, the MiG 29s technically, the MiG 29s even though they was very powerful when it first came out, I can imagine it could be very difficult. The missile is much shorter range compared to the AIM-9L, and also it's easy except flares. So it really get attached to flares really heavily. So getting kills with that plane is very difficult. So I'm glad that they have something to look forward to now if they plan to make 29. And in any other vehicle that have a radar missile, they can have a very good time by playing with it now. I haven't checked out. I'm looking at it now in the background that the lower BR aircrafts do not have that capability. For example, I'm looking at the F4J. Doesn't have the IR missile with at least 2 radar missiles. I don't see that right now currently, sadly, but I believe they should have at least 2 IR missiles because it is very difficult to get. I haven't played the Phantom in a minute, but it's difficult to get on somebody's 6 and use a missile and fire it off and then kill somebody with it. So maybe they should change that one. Maybe they should. I don't know for sure. But I think they've been doing for what, rank 4 probably. Let's see. I think rank 5, rank 6, they are doing that. Only rank 6 can get stock radar missiles. Let me check. Yeah, I'm looking at the F-14A. It get a stock AIM-9D with, wow, a Fox 3 missile, a Phoenix AIM-54A Phoenix missiles. So that's pretty great to see. I was surprised to even see him have any type of missile. I was expecting to have like the AIM-7F or something like that, not a Fox 3 missiles. Let me check a different one just to be safe. What can carry both? Use let me see. Yeah, it gave it a Fox 3 missile. Let me check one more vehicle. SU-27. So I guess what's happening is I'm looking at the SU-27. It did the same thing against the US tech tree. So if you already have if they top, it gives you the top missile for a stock missile. So for example, with the Phoenixes, the top missile I guess is a F3 missile, the AIM-54A Phoenix. And if you can only carry, that's just your higher carrier load, like the highest performance missile, they give you the highest performing missile, only 2 of them. And the same for any planes that have SAR missiles. So if they have that type of missile, I feel like I said that wrong. Fox 1 missiles, they can only carry those Fox 1 missiles if they're the top missile. So that's pretty good. Any further ado, like, I believe it's a good change. It'll definitely give people a better chance, more experience with these missiles, and a better fighting chance. You know, people want to defend themselves, people want to be aggressive, people want to be attackers, you know, stuff like that. And they'd be able to help them in all aspects of doing teamwork and also giving people more knowledge of how to use these missiles. Now, number 2, the biggest one. Really, I don't know if it's the biggest one. I don't know which one bigger. They both equal, I think, in news information. I understand stock grind is really like a big thing, but the decompression of VR is a huge thing that's been like here for a very long time. Even though I shouldn't be saying like that, because I feel like they both the same. Because stock grind is very difficult. Because that's 2 major points that's been very difficult to play this game. It's stock grind and decompression. So decompression just happened at the top BR 13.7, and it's a little weird seeing certain planes, like for example, the F-14A was just 11.7, now it's 12.3, and the F-14B was just 12.0. So it's a little weird to see all this change right now, seeing these vehicles at a higher BR, but it also spaced out the battles from being too much. You know what I mean? I haven't really studied as much as I can of the BR, but it did, like, what I want to check out, hopefully in the background footage, is vehicles that technically didn't get affected by this change. I don't know if the F5E is one of them. I think it is. Anything below the F5E I wanted to see how they function. For example, the F4C, I want to see how that function again. I did it in the live stream once before, and I wanted to like view it again. The F5E and any other vehicles that I could think of around that BR range that's it's in there, you know, in the top tier era, but it's also out of the top tier era. So getting down tiers, getting up tiers, I definitely want to experience that. In my opinion, I think it should be like a little BR gap to avert all that confusion and gameplay wise, and I think it'd be better off that way. But decompressing these BRs is very great because the number one thing that was a big problem, like even though you could use a Fox 1 missile to be decent with it, for top 2 with the Fox 3s, you just have to use it in the right scenario, and you still have to be evasive more than them. They could be aggressive the whole time while you still evading that first 2 missiles, and and most of them don't even carry more than 2 missiles. You know, only people that can carry more than 2 missiles with Fox 1 missiles is the American planes or the SU-27, and that's it. The SU-27 and majority of all American planes can carry more than 2 radar missiles. But if you fighting the F-16A, ADF, or the MiG-29s, you are limited to 2 only radar missiles and be defensive the whole entire time after that. You got a fighting chance the F-15A, you got a fighting chance at the F-14, you got a fighting chance at the F-14B, 15s, the Harriers, the F-4 Phantoms. You got a fighting chance because you got so many disposable missiles that you can just fire off and keep up with them Fox 3s. But the thing is, you're still gonna be defensive. You're still gonna be heavier compared to those because you haven't been able to fire off your missiles. So it's a win and losing situation, and I think for the BR, the compressions and separation, I would think it'd give people a fighting chance because I stock grinded. That's count how many stock grinds I did. I'm gonna do the new vehicles. I did the F-14C. Technically F-16C technically was stock. It wasn't technically because it just got that missile. But every single missile. Now I'm not gonna count the old vehicles, F-16C and the MiG-29 SMT. But I'm gonna count the vehicles that had the. Nah, I should count those. So I only technically only got 2 new vehicles from the update, and that's the F-15C and the SU-27 SM. That's the only 2 vehicles that I did. But all other vehicles that needed Fox 3 missiles was the F-16C, the MiG-29 SMT, the Mirage 2K, and the Gripen for British. I didn't get the Gripen for Sweden yet, or any other nation as well too. So those like my major nations that I had to do a grind for just to get the Fox 3 missiles and experience. Luckily, the F-16C was my first one to do because I was really intrigued to see an F-16 with its full capability loadout with 6 AIM-RAMs and stuff like that. It was really exciting to see that, so I did that immediately. But using other vehicles against Fox 3 missiles and stuff like that is really difficult, especially when you start grinding F-15C and the SU-27 SM. When you're going from complete dead stock to fully upgraded with those 2 vehicles, it was very difficult because number one, I don't know what they did, but thank God I finally upgraded. I will make a video again about it. The modules of the plane felt really different from this previous counterpart. In the SU-27, it was more difficult because even though the F-15C get the smokeless IR missiles, the SU-27 did it, so people can see those missiles coming from a mile away and be more evasive, be more maneuverable, stuff like that. And it's very difficult to do a stock grind with that vehicle. So it's really great that they done something like that for future, you know, vehicles that come into the play. So, and that's all I can really say about this new update. I'm really grateful that they did that. Top tiers should be much smoother, much more playable. They can move some stuff around and give certain vehicles. I understand I'm repeating. I watched a couple of videos already. I'm repeating what other people said, and they are right about this. It will give them a breathing room to move stuff around and to add certain things to make it more versatile with certain vehicles. The one thing that I studied that I was so excited for to come out, I haven't bought it yet though, was the F-20A. The F-20A can carry Fox 3 missiles, and I was like, man, that's a good vehicle to have to bring to the game around the same BR as the F-14B. You know, you got the same thing as the F-14B. Technically, you got the Fox 3 missiles, but better. You got AIM-9Ls as well too. I forgot the variations to how many you can carry. I think it was like two IRs and two radar. I forgot for sure what's the combination. But even though, like, even in the game, it's the same way, and like it can compete against that MiG-21 Bison. If that MiG-21 Bison get, let's see, if that MiG-21 Bison gets a Fox 3 missiles, that'd be a great competitive towards it. You know, because even though that Bison is more powerful than the F-20, but because of, in my opinion, the Bison MiG-21 Bison is more powerful. For some reason, it's a lower BR. It's at 12.3, while the F-20 is at 12.7. But I understand, performance-wise, it should be separation gap. In my opinion, it should be the same BR, because the ER is much better than the F, and the R-73 is much better than the M9L. Only thing good about the F-20 is performance compared to the F-16. Anyway, but if they both get Fox 3 missiles, that would be a great scenario to have. I believe they should go up to like 13.0, or if they can go to 13.0, that'd be smooth for them, and with Fox 3 missiles, stuff like that. And I think certain modules, certain, you know, attachments should get you a lower or higher BR, just like they did with the ground battles and air battles. You know, they separate those two BRs so people can be more enjoying with them. And I think they should do the same thing. That's the last and final thing I will ask Gaijin to do, and I will leave it at that in this whole video on that. The last thing that Gaijin should do now, certain modules should get you a lower BR or a higher BR. For example, when you're going from a stock grind, just IR missiles, it's tough to tell. What is the new BR for only IR missile vehicles? So F-16A is 12.7. If you only got IR missiles, you should be 12.7, right? And because you only got IR missiles, you can enjoy it more. But once you unlock and equip AIM 7F, they go a BR increase. Once you get the Fox 3 missile, another BR increase to top tier. You know what I mean? I believe that's what they should do. That'd be pretty cool to see, because I'm gonna be real with you. The ER is technically stronger than an AIM 7F, so technically it should have a higher BR than SC. It should have a higher BR than the MiG-29. I mean, MiG-29 should have a higher BR. See, it's the same BR. 12.7 MiG-29 with ER missiles. While the ADF, I understand they're very competitive, is at 13.0. Where in the world does that make sense? It does not. It does not. So I believe those things should be addressed and rearranged so it could be better for the game. And I think it'd be smooth after that. Like, for example, let's look again. F-15A and the SU-27. SU-27 is 13.3, while the F-15 is 13.0. I understand, and that's the thing. They did it for that one, right? They did it for that one. They got 6 IR missiles or Fox 3 missiles, while the F-15A only get 4. Now, but with the F-15A, it is not powerful than the SU-27, but the MiG-29 is more powerful in radar aspect than the F-16 ADF. But for some reason, they decided to, oh, this one is better than that one. And it's just like, nah, its performance otherwise is much better. But we'll leave it at that. That's one thing that should change, is certain modules, certain missiles should get you a higher BR or a lower BR. So, any further ado, guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what you guys want to talk about next. I understand a lot of stuff been going on, a lot of stuff been happening, me as well too, but hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I will stay tuned. I will be in tune for more videos, so stay tuned for that, please. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.